Of course, even in normal conditions, and that is normal for the area, malnutrition is common. It's just part of daily life. Right, thank you.
All right, Elliot, lights please.
Excuse me, sir. The country has a lot of wealthy people. Why is there so much inequality?
Well, it's a paradox. The country is supposed to be socialist. All the government policies are socialist. But in the rural areas, and that means we're talking about perhaps 80% of the population, the reality of life is that it's feudal. Landowners and serfs, like this country 500 years ago.
But they've got their own film stars. You can't say that's part of the Middle Ages.
Yeah, well, when you travel about the country, it's like operating a time machine. I mean, sometimes you're in the 20th century, at its most affluent and leisured. And then all of a sudden you're back with illiteracy, the ox cart, where nobody's ever heard of a microbe or a test tube or a vitamin.
So does it mean there's got to be a revolution before they can make things any better for themselves?
Big question. You seem...
Yeah, and I think it's bigger than we've got time for now. Thank you very much. That was most absorbing. All right. Some good questions. Useful afternoon. Keep thinking about it. All right, off you go. Thank you, David. Wish I could make him listen like that.
You never fail with horror pictures.
Oh, no, you gave him much more than that. Bloody good stuff. Look, do you think you feel up to meeting the head and a few of the staff? It's a drag, I know, and you do look a bit tired, but they are expecting you.
Sure. Don't worry, Dad. I'm not going to fall down.
Still lingering, is it? That stomach thing?
Oh, yeah, after effects. Nothing that a month or two of drunken stupors won't cure.
Hey, what do you think the collective noun for teachers should be? A grumble of teachers? A squawk of teachers? That's not bad. You know, as a gathering of the human species, I find my kind deeply disheartening. It's the incessant whining and whinging that goes on. Who was it said never converse with writers, they talk only of money? Same with teachers, moral peoples. Staff common room, the wailing wall.
What about the classroom?
Very different. The arena.
Hello. Back. Oh, we've had a marvellous time, haven't we, Michael? Oh, come here. Tell your mummy who you painted. Whee.
Something obscene, I've no doubt.
You painted little Susie, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, it makes a change from painting on Susie. Ready for tea now?
Where is she?
Oh, she's asleep. Leave her, leave her.
Oh, sorry. Oh, what a lovely tea. Now, you have a sandwich. You have that one. There we are. Is David bringing his dad back with him, did he say?
I told him to. They seem to get on together this time. Much better than they used to.
Well, they never rowed.
Not that kind of family, are we? Discreet. Verbally, anyway. Temperate. Undemonstrative. Not necessarily good for us, all that.
Well, I'd hardly call your language discreet. Most offensive sometimes. And I was always telling your father about swearing in front of you and David when you were little.
I don't mean that kind of thing. That's totally unimportant.
Well, then repeat it.
Who cares? No, I mean, with anything that matters, we're all very careful about what we give out. It's Dad's influence, I suppose. Picking the words. That's why he worried me so much that day he was in here. Talking to himself, really. Telling me he didn't think he was much good at the job anymore.
Well, everybody has their off days.
You're doing it now, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You're avoiding the issue.
Well, is there one?
You know damn well there is. Dad and Margaret.
It'll sort itself out.
Like it did before. Who'll be the loser this time?
This is very old ground, love.
There's a lot of questions still unanswered. I've never really understood you, for a start. If Pete decided to drop me, 2 kids just like you had, I'm damned if I'd just let him slide neatly down the road into somebody else's bed. Not without me doing a lot of kicking and screaming. I'd make a right bloody row.
Discreet, dear, did you say?
Why won't you talk about it with me?
Well, what is there to say? You know what happened. Dozens of people round here know.
But it's the why, though, and the way. Without a word spoken in anger. How can something like that be so civilised? People scratch each other's eyes out, kill each other for exactly that.
Well, we had you and David to think about. Everyone has their own way of doing things.
Would you go back to him? Is that an indiscreet question?
Well, it's a sort of upside-down one, Gillian. When you say go back, I'm here. This is still his house. He's always kept his family.
But I remember something very simple that really said it all about the kind of life they lead in that part of India. You see, you get all this welter of statistics, and it's just a mass of figures. And you see so many skeletal people living in stinking squalor that the mind gets overwhelmed. I mean, you find yourself indifferent to rows of noughts on a page, and you set up a kind of defensive numbness against the disgusting sights. Well, I mean, if you don't fight against it, you can find yourself paralysed. Happens to a lot of people out there. Senses just kind of seize up. Anyway, I was talking to this young teacher, Indian, Christian, Marxist. Yeah, fascinating combination. And I was asking him about the family incomes in the district where they came from. And he said, don't ask people how much they earn. Ask them how many weeks in the year they can feed themselves. See, you never get it straight and simple like that in all the committee meetings and think tanks. In India, you know, the committee meeting's an art form. Exquisite words. The English language being passed around like a tray of crystal glass.
Are you going back?
Well, I hope not. He's done enough. He's worn out.
No, I'm not. I was due for a long break, so I'm having one. Yes, of course I should go back. It's a good job. The UN pay well. I'm getting the experience.
It's knocking you about, though, isn't it?
I need a holiday, that's all. Christ, stop telling me how lousy I look.
Are you trying to do too much? This famine relief you got yourself involved in, it's not part of the job, is it? I mean, you're a biologist. Why not just do your work? It seems enough.
Christ, Dad, don't you tell me that. Well, I've got your example to follow, haven't I? I'm an interfering sod like you were. I mean, what were you into? The Labour Party? Workers' education? Evening classes? Summer schools for the unions? It's just that I happen to be there with my own 2 eyes. I mean, it's a sort of war. I don't see how I can declare myself out. Why did you go to Spain?
Yeah, nowadays that seems a very good question, with no good answer.
Yeah, but at the time, why?
And at La Linea. And at La Linea, while the night put miles between us and Gibraltar, we heard the bloodlust of a drunkard pile his heaven high with curses, and next day took the boat for home, forgetting Spain, not realizing that Spain would soon denote our grief, our aspirations. not knowing that our blunt ideals would find their whetstones, and that our spirit would find its frontier on the Spanish front, its body in a ragtag army.
Saint Wystan Auden?
No, Louis MacNeice.
Why?
David raised the spectre of Spain, and those lines have been nagging at me ever since. And our spirit would find its frontier. Yes, well, we were very young. And next week I shall be 60. Oh, David worries me. You know, he's going to get a severe battering in the region of the soul. Or the spirit, conviction, faith, belief, whatever you want to call that. That special little motor deep inside yourself makes you act with a sense of purpose, certainty at some stage in your life.
He's not a missionary.
No. He's just a young man who believes in good and bad and right and wrong. So he should, I suppose.
Where's the worry?
Well, the time will come when you look at what he tried to do, what effect he had, what he thought he was taking part in and what it really was. You'll find it was just the world going on.
I think you may be overstating David's degree of idealism. The way he's shaping, he'll have some formidable qualifications by the time he's 30. I've always found him a calculating boy.
Yeah, as a kid, I suppose he was always a bit wary. He did seem to weigh things up more than most. I suppose he weighed up you and me and Agnes. But he never showed any hostility. Well, it's true, he seemed to spend very little time with any of us once he was in his teens.
How long's he staying?
Oh, a week so. He's off to London, then Rome. Yeah, he certainly keeps on the move. Do you know he's now exactly the age I was when I married Agnes? I felt I wanted to go to Earth for a while. Hey, you're the sociologist. Tell me this. Do you think that parental influence conditions personality? Adult behaviour?
Do you want my Town's Women's Guild lecture? Or the one with the long words? Look, you've got all those essays to deal with. And you and I both know they're the ones you should have done last night.
Yes, all right. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Sunday. You, still taking the train for London?
Yes, the interview's first thing Monday morning.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to Slough on a Monday morning. I shall be making an early start, so remember, I shan't be here to get you to the station. I'm going out with a family. Well, I'll plough through this lot in the other room. Oh, did you get your own driver with a new job?
I haven't got the job yet, Bill.
Light from both sides now. Up and down, still somehow. It's like solutions I recall. I really don't know life.
Come on then.
You can't run that fast.
I can't run that fast, no.
I can.
I'm surprised you can. Speak loud. Come on then. Do you want to go high?
Yeah.
Yes?
You're not going to try anything too hard, are you?
Oh, the woman never stops.
Do you want to go right up the mountain?
No.
Don't you?
There we are. Oh. Don't you let her do anything silly, Peter.
We're just going to have an easy day.
We're quite competent. We have done a bit before, you know.
Will there be anybody else up there?
Like Piccadilly Circus.
Then there'll be somebody to help.
Oh, stop fretting, Agnes. They're not going up the Eiger.
I wish we were. Right, we fit, Joe?
Yes, let's get on with it.
Are we going to tag along a bit then?
Yeah, sure. Have you got your oxygen cylinder? Hey?
No, Mummy.
Oh!
One of yours and one of mine.
Can we find somewhere to sit, not too far? We should have brought a blanket or something.
Don't worry, we'll be back for opening time.
Come on, Michael. Come on, darling.
I'll tell you this. My mother used to go on like that at my dad. I'm not surprised he decided to pack it in.
Don't you remember?
People sound different when you're a kid. Sometimes I'd like to put a big bag over her head.
Which doesn't bother me. She makes our lives a bit simpler. She's great with the kids.
No kids need that much fuss and attention. She's like a royal nanny. She'll make them soft if we're not careful.
Well, she brought you up.
Oh, I had some distractions, though. Like my dad's illicit sex life. Distracted her a bit, I suppose, as well.
Hey, would it help if I look round for a bit of extra tail?
I'd chop your ghoulies off. Honestly, though, she's getting worse. Fussing and lacking about. Getting old, I suppose. If she and my dad got together again, it'd be the best thing. Solve a load of problems for him. I know that's what she wants. All nice and sweet and proper again.
What about this? This fella. Oh! Right inside my boot, isn't it? Yeah. No, throw it right down there. Oh!
We have two very engaging grandchildren.
Michael's top of the pops at nursery school. He makes me feel very proud.
You're not their mother, Agnes?
No, but still. He's ever such a quick learner. They say he's going to be brilliant. The Nightingale blood.
Yes, getting very thin in this aging carcass. How do I look to you?
You and David are the same. I think you both work too hard.
Christ, Agnes, it's a marvellous thing to feel certain at grips with life. Urgency, that's what David's got inside him. It makes him valuable. I only hope he can keep it. Longer than most.
Well, I'd like to see him back here with a home of his own, and I can't pretend otherwise.
You don't change, do you? Man's place is the moquette armchair at the family fireside. And any other requirement, ambition, yearning, it's passing fancy, not quite grown up, not natural, that's it, isn't it?
I remember when you were glad enough to lead a normal life with a home and family once. Something to rely on. Don't sneer at it.
I'm sorry.
It was what you wanted once.
I always acknowledged it was my mistake.
Were your 2 children a mistake?
I've had as much contact with my children as many fathers, I think.
That's not the same as saying it was enough.
Well, where are the complaints from them?
There were some. I got them. Do you think there weren't questions and tears? I dealt with them.
I was available.
Not to me.
Oh, you're not going to tell me now that you wanted that. You know it isn't true. There were months, years of nothing.
You wouldn't give me time. After you met Margaret.
Look, we worked it all out, didn't we? We chose the time when the kids were at an age where they'd be least upset. They already knew about Margaret, as far as they could understand. We agreed. No divorce, no drama, no trauma. It worked.
I made it work. Gillian thinks I'm some kind of automatic mothering machine. She'd like to know why I never attacked Margaret or you with a bread knife. I ran a quiet, affectionate home because that's my ability. I suppose you could say somebody made use of me. But there was something else. I always knew that the thing with you and Margaret wouldn't last forever. I was right, wasn't I?
I'm not sure.
We'll see. The only thing I didn't bargain for was that it would go on so long. I waited and waited, trying to keep things smooth and quiet. I always thought that when the time came and you were alone again, I'd be quite capable of just asking you straight out. I even imagined myself doing it. Standing on the doorstep of the bungalow, or just meeting you in the street. Very quiet, but sensible, I'd say, "Why don't you come home, Bill?" Hello, darling.
Oh, look a bit down. Oh, slipping.
But now the time's come and it's too late. It's just too late. It's being all together for once that made me say this. I just wanted you to know how I really felt about our rather odd kind of family life.
Shall we take him home and put him in a stew pot? Come on. Oh, Susie. Come on, Michael. There. Oh, you've got wet knees, darling. Have you been doing?
Yes, I'm with
No. Come on, are you hungry?
Well, I know what we'll do about that. We'll go and eat. You've got wet hands.
Careful we do. Oh, don't. Yes, Mummy's there.
There is one thing you can clear up for me, Dad.
What's that?
Well, it goes back a bit.
Well, I do too, you know.
Well, there was a day when you were still living with us. I can't remember what year it was. I'd be 7, I think.
7?
Yes, I think I was. And there was a hell of a lot of coming and going. Half the population seemed to be banging on the front door. The cars parked outside the house. And you and Mum were very contained. There was a peculiar sort of petrified politeness in the atmosphere, in between all these little conversations with the callers. And I remember asking Gillian about it, and she said they're reporters, which meant nothing at all to me, of course. Now, what the hell was that about?
Alderman Mrs. Lydia Bailey. now deceased. I regret I can't, I'm sorry to say.
I think I remember the name.
Yeah. Well, Alderman Lydia was a very important personage. She was also a gossiping, moralising, vindictive old bitch. I mean, here were two people, charged with the sacred duty of guiding the impressionable young. One a married schoolmaster, and the other with a special post involving problem families. And here they were, carrying on. Tut-tut and cries of disgraceful. Oh, the old cow was going for me, actually. You see, in those days, I was still Tweety the Red. I was still on the Labour Party executive. So was Alderman Lydia. There was no love lost between us. Oh, no, I shot her down in flames a couple of times over this and that. Well, she was barely literate. Anyway, she started this witch hunt about evil influences. One of the local papermen made himself a nice little profit, putting it round all the dailies and the Sundays with suitable juicy embellishments. And so they all came pounding on our doors, hoping to find God knows what depravities behind your mother's spotless facade of white knit curtains.
Very nasty for her.
Yeah. Yes, it was a lousy day.
There was never anything in the papers.
Oh, Christ, no. No, the party sat very heavily on the absurd Lydia, and Margaret and I just told the hounds to piss off. There was a certain amount of throat-clearing and winking and nodding at school, true to form. You know my opinion of the staff room. Well, their responses on such occasions are what you'd expect from a Woolworths hairnet counter.
What are you going to do, Dad?
You worried about me? Ah, women have been talking, I suppose. All right. Assuming I do have a problem. How much do you care, David? Does it matter to you?
I've asked.
That's more like the attitude I'm used to from you. Never had much to say to me, did you? Cautious, bland. All that was missing was the word sir. My fault. Oh, come on, tell me, speak up.
Oh, you're not in the classroom now, Dad. Well, you do quite a lot of that.
Yeah. I suppose I always did. You know, I was always very impressed with the way you steered your own education, never asking for any help or advice.
Yeah, well, I was bloody determined. I mean, all the other blokes were always telling me how Tweety Nightingale's lad'd be all right. As if I had some special arrangement with them because of you. I never used to admit you were my father if I could help it. And that was the one advantage in not living with you.
Yeah. What were the disadvantages?
Sort of perpetual dissatisfaction. Like having a money box you're not allowed to open. I'm not very good at getting close to people, so I find. I tend to work like mad. It's said that I'm obsessive about it. I'm meant to be seeking approval. My employers keep a very close watch on the physical and mental state of their people.
Yeah, but you're doing very well, aren't you? Glad you found something worthwhile.
Yeah, it'll do for the moment. Eventually, I wouldn't mind looking into politics. Interests me, the machinery of running things.
Are you ambitious in that direction?
You know, in India, you can't dig 3 feet of ditch without politics. It's instructive about how to be effective. Pragmatism is the modern religion. Worldwide.
David, you asked me what I'm going to do. In what it seems to my family regard as a critical moment in my life. Do you have any advice?
I think you should go with a girlfriend, even if it is to Slough. I mean, at your
time of life?
Well, she was what you always cared about most, wasn't she? At this stage in the game, I mean, where else would you get it? Another drink?
Yeah.
Have you all had a happy time? Plenty of improving thoughts? I'm knackered.
Come on, Susie. You should be home. Come on. There we are. Whoops, Susie.
Come, friendly bombs, and fall on Slough to get it ready for the plough. The cabbages are coming now. The earth exhales. You may find an apparent contradiction in what I'm going to say. I've emphasized often enough that the most powerful, the most important writing is the stuff that is the most particular, the stuff that pinpoints, isolates, gets at the small detail of a subject. And yet I'm also saying that much of the value in the best writing lies in the wider information it provides to the background that it's written against. The interrelation of a writer with his time. Now that's an inelegant expression, I know. It's one of those modish terms you know I dislike so much, but it will serve for the moment. You see, a writer must convey the mood, the general social atmosphere. Quiet, all right, stop it! Am I dealing with infants? Can't you concentrate for 5 minutes? I want you to think. My classes think.
And the policeman says, well, we don't want the monkey, take it to the zoo. So, there you go. Anyway, a couple of hours later, the policeman's walking down the road, and he sees these two chaps with a monkey. He says, I thought I told you to take it to the zoo. I said, we have. And now we're taking it to the pictures. It's terrible. Bonzo laughed it when I told him, eh? That joke about the monkey. Christ, get your heads down and don't look round. What's up? Bloody Tweety just walked in. He bloody has. I thought he was going to burst a blood vessel this morning. Look quick.
Silly old bugger. What's he wanting here?
Looking for a scrubber, what do you think?
What's he doing now?
Looking round. Keep down. Told you. Thank Christ he's gone.
I know I didn't stay. Why? No dominoes.
Hey, what would have happened if he'd seen us? What could they do?
What could happen? Saturday morning detention. Would you go?
There'd be a row in here. I mean, we are all under 18. They could cut suspenders. I wouldn't want my old man to find out. He's bloody bad-tempered lately. Well, anyway, it didn't happen, did it? Thank God.
Yes, sir.
I'll have a pint of that, please.
Pint of TNT.
Hey?
Sorts the men from the boys.
Oh, does he? And I'll have a round of ham sandwich, please. Made some changes here.
Lately, when we were last in.
Oh, I don't know, some years, perhaps we what, 7, 8?
Mustard?
No, thank you. There was a time when I was a regular. About half a century ago. Well, a quarter of one, anyway. Thank you. Place sounds different.
Yeah, some people like it.
Oh, do they? Hello? So you don't like Mrs. Sidebottom's plain, wholesome fare either? Who's with you? Oh, I see. Are you returning those or do you want refills? What is it?
Keg, sir.
Keg. Well, I'm not buying your pints. 4 halves of keg, please.
Thank you.
Think you'd mind coming round this side because I don't think my digestion will tolerate the din in there.
If you don't mind, I'd rather you join them, sir.
Oh, why's that?
If you wouldn't mind, sir.
Oh, I see. That's the underage room, is it? Got some arrangement with the local Gestapo, have you?
I'm not answering a question like that, sir.
I see.
It's quite harmless. I watch what they have.
Well, that's very big of you, I must say. All right, I'll come round. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Regulars, are you?
It's not every day.
I don't know where you find the money. When I was
Our age.
When I was your age, I did my drinking strictly at weekends and well away from the school. You ought not to be in here, I'm bound to tell you that. Don't come in again. Not in term time anyway, understood? All right, I won't take it any further. Another thing about my youth, the beer was better. Here, tell you what you can do. Educate me. Give me, in your considered judgment, the best 10 minutes of the sound of the 70s that hideous machine over there has to offer. You'll have to explain why it's the best, of course. Well, come on, show me. Who the hell's Alvin Stardust?
Do you want anything else to eat? Yeah, it's all right. I'd like it to fire up.
Hello. Oh, I'll switch it off for me, love, will you? Please, you're nearest. Well, how'd it go?
It's a long time since I've been for an interview for a job. The director took me to lunch.
Yeah, you're in. Congratulations.
Well, the committee has to decide.
We both know you're going to get the job. We've known it all along.
You had a meal?
Yeah. You?
Seem to have been eating all day. How about a drink?
Good idea, yes. I'll have a drop of scotch. Oh! By the way, talking of drink, very eerie thing happened today. Do you remember the Victoria, our lovers' tryst? And you also remember that very tricky episode where I looked up from nibbling your lovely velvet ear. Found half my upper six taking in a scene from the bar.
Shall I ever forget that?
Yeah. Happened again today. Except that I had no 19-year-old sexpot on my arm.
What were you doing there?
It felt like a beer.
How did you handle it?
I fumbled through. I'm just about as popular as a cat in an aviary. Oh, incidentally, the upright piano and the albino gentleman who went with it have been replaced by a jukebox of sandbagging dissonance. I'd never actually heard Alvin Stardust before. Not my scene, man.
How was yesterday?
Tiring, among other things.
What?
We were right, weren't we? We had to be together, didn't we? We really had to be.
You know the answer to that.
Perhaps we should have made a cleaner break. You wanted to.
Yes, I did.
Why didn't I agree? Responsibility to my children? Guilt, cowardice, proprietorship, lack of nerve? I was trying not to hurt Agnes too much. It was a cruel kind of pity.
Bill, listen. It's now that matters to us. We matter. I'm never going to apologize for the past. Nor need you. I love our past. We were alive. We always knew we couldn't be together without hurting your family in some way. All right. Sorry. But we stayed together. And that's something very important. And we still want each other. There's no need to look back. There's no time. We've got now to care about.
I made a decision this evening. I'm going to stop teaching. I shall pack it in at the end of this term. That'll give a decent chance for someone to get my lower six lot through their A-levels. They plod, except for a couple of bright ones. But they'll all be in with a chance if there's somebody there to keep the pressure on. I don't want to do another 18 months.
It's going to be a wrench, isn't it? Do you need to give up teaching altogether?
Aren't you going to earn enough for both of us? I thought you were. Oh, there may be other things I can do. If there are, I better start now before it's too late. Something on the edge of your world might be the answer. You know, a sort of minder, sympathetic listener. Hostile warden, perhaps. I reckon I could lie 4 or 5 years about my age.
Have I pushed you into this?
You helped. That's not a complaint. I needed the nudge.
Does this mean that you'll move with me? If I get the job?
The job's yours. It's as good as in your pocket, you know it is.
Well.
Well, this is your place, not mine.
It's ours.
I'd like to keep it on till after Christmas, then we'd better review the situation. I must have had a chance to make a few inquiries by then. Test the world's responses to my availability. I don't think it would be enough for me just to be your housekeeper.
Oh, Christ, Bill. Am I going to lose you?
The moving finger writes. Other people's words. Other people's insight, understanding. I've lived on them. They've been my currency. I've just come to realize it lately. It's part of accepting the undeniable fact of my age. My head's crammed with memory. Very little about things remembered. Poetry, especially poetry. My own past. Nothing much else excites me now.
You're talking as if you're finished. You're not.
No, not quite. But I am disillusioned. That's not a complaint either.
One of the best things about you has always been that you've not been bitter. Don't change.
I'm not suggesting I've arrived late and panting to cynicism. I hope to avoid it. There's a very good reason why I should stop teaching. You see, the point is this. A teacher doesn't originate, he doesn't create. I wanted to, but I didn't have the gift. And not knowing it, or perhaps refusing to admit it, I look for satisfaction some other way. You were part of that. A very important part. And also my fondness for 1949 and that class I was convinced was so brilliant. You see, the real significance of that class in my life was the fact that it so faithfully reflected me. I watched those boys adopt my tastes, my enthusiasms. I could hear my own voice in each one of theirs. Oh, it was exhilarating. I don't think I did them any damage. I know I used them. I made a mirror of those kids. I tried to do that with all my classes. I made it work best in 1949. Hardly works at all now, that's all.
No, Bill. It isn't. You can't dismiss all those years like that. A lot of people owe you something.
No, they don't, Margaret. I took what I wanted.
Now remember this. Punctuation is not decoration. It's critical. It's the key to clarity. Any kind of writing is valueless if it's unclear. In that respect, the front page of the Daily Mirror is a better demonstration of the use of good English than is given us by some well-known but culpable poets. Don't be mysterious. Be clear, right? There's your thought for today and every day, right?